Ivan, did you want to say something first?
Yeah, just want to thank everyone for coming here, taking the time, and meeting with us. Open enrollment 2020. Insurance is very important, taking into account that once open enrollment ends, um, they will not be able to come into the plan until the next open enrollment, with a few exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, that's the case. And to apply as soon as possible, as soon as you can. That will help in us issuing the insurance cards and getting it to you before September 1st. Thank you so much, everyone.
Hello. As Ivan mentioned, the benefits that we're discussing today, they are going to begin on September 1st, so it is important that you take time and make a decision as soon as possible so we can have ID cards in everybody's hand no later than September 1st. We will be making a move with medical to Cigna. You're going to have the option of 5 different medical plans to choose from, utilizing 2 different networks. One network is going to be the Local Plus, and the other 4 plans use the Cigna Open Access Plus, OA Plus, Choice Fund Plus plan. I do advise everybody take a couple of minutes and make sure that your doctor is participating within the network before choosing your plan. Instructions on how to locate a participating medical and dental provider can be found on the bottom of the first page of your benefits at a glance. Also wanted to remind everyone that you're able to cover dependent children on your medical, dental, and vision policy until age 26. Dependent children will be covered until the end of the month for which they turn 26. With that being said, let's take a deeper dive into the different medical plan options. The first plan that we're going to look at is going to be the Cigna Local Plus. Again, this is the only plan that uses the Cigna Local Plus network. The other 4 plans that we will be discussing momentarily all utilize the Open Access Plus network. On the Cigna Local Plus plan, you're going to see copays for all in-network covered services. You'll notice that there is no deductible and there is no coinsurance. For every single covered service, there is an applicable copay. The amount of your out-of-pocket maximum within the given calendar year is $2,000 for an individual, $4,000 for a family. On this Local Plus plan, that's the most amount you can pay in copays for a given calendar year. The Local Plus plan does not provide for out-of-network coverage unless there is an emergency. Please keep in mind that this does not mean I have a cold and I'm going to go to the emergency room. This is a true emergency that you need emergency medical treatment, and then you please go to the closest emergency room and it'll be treated as if you were in network. Prescription drugs on this plan, $15 copay for tier 1, $30 copay for tier 2, $50 copay for tier 3. The next plan that we're going to be talking about is the Cigna Open Access Plus HSA plan. This plan does not work like any of the other plans we're going to be discussing today. This is an HSA eligible product, and therefore you must first satisfy the deductible before there's any cost share. On the first plan we talked about, there were copays for everything. You walk in, you walk out, you pay the applicable copay. This HSA plan, you will be responsible 100% of the contracted rate of that visit until you satisfy your deductible. Your deductible on this plan is $1,400 for an individual. After you satisfy your deductible, then you'll have cost sharing. You as an individual are responsible for 20% of the bill, while Cigna is going to pay the remaining 80% of that bill up until your out-of-pocket maximum, which is $5,000 for an individual. The deductible and the out-of-pocket maximum on the HSA plan, they do work differently than the other plans. On your HSA, if you as an individual enroll in the plan, you're responsible for the first $1,400, then 20% until the $5,000 out-of-pocket maximum. If you enroll with dependent coverage, so if you enroll with a spouse and or a child, one individual within your family unit or collectively as a whole, you must meet the first $2,800, and then the cost share will kick in. Then you pay 20%, Cigna will pay 80% until you get to the out-of-pocket maximum of $6,900 collectively as a family unit. There is out-of-network coverage on this plan. However, you will always get more bang for your buck if you remain in the network. Prescription drugs on this plan are also subject to your deductible. Once you have satisfied that deductible of $1,400 for an individual or $2,800 for those with dependent coverage, then you will have a copay, either a $10 copay, a $50 or an $80 copay, which is also applied to your out-of-pocket maximum.
All right, what happens once the maximum has been reached? Does that mean the insurance pays 100%?
That is correct. Once you satisfy your out-of-pocket maximum for that calendar year, you are covered. You walk in, you walk out, you will pay nothing for any covered service. Now, I did want to just stress that this is a calendar year deductible and a calendar year out-of-pocket maximum. So what's going to happen is on January 1st, your deductible and out-of-pocket will reset itself. With that being said, anything that you have already accumulated towards your deductible and out-of-pocket maximum will be credited to your new Cigna plan. You do not need to do anything in order for this to occur. However, I do want to just let you know that it does take some time for the deductible and the out-of-pocket maximum to be credited. If you are an individual who has already satisfied their deductible and their out-of-pocket and you do still have upcoming work to be done, some procedures already scheduled, whatever the case may be, please reach out to me on an individual basis because we can work on individually having your expedited due to the circumstance. But that was an excellent question. Any other questions before we continue? Okay, perfect.
Will we get a copy of this this chart here that we're looking at now?
Yes, you will. Leanna, do you have it to distribute, or do you need me to email you a copy?
I'll need you to email me a copy. So this will be available in EDP, and then also the live recording of this will be available in ADP later this afternoon as well.
This document was also attached in a previous email sent on the 11th at 4:25.
Thank you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on, we're going to discuss the last three Cigna open access plans. The last three plans are copay plans, so they are more similar to the first plan that we discussed. However, again, the network is different. You have the base plan, the mid plan, and the high plan. On these plans, they are copay-rich plans, which means that for many of the covered services, you're going to have an applicable copay, including a copay for the doctor, a copay for the specialist, a copay for the emergency room, urgent care on each of these three different plan options. The dollar amount for the copays are going to vary slightly depending upon the plan that you enroll in. For hospital services, either inpatient or outpatient surgery, each of these plans you're responsible for 20% after you satisfy your deductible, up until the out-of-pocket maximum. The deductible amounts and the out-of-pocket maximums are going to vary slightly depending upon the plan that you elect. The deductible and the out-of-pocket maximum on these plans have individual protection. So you as an individual, even within a family unit, will never pay more than your individual deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. So if I were to enroll with my spouse and or child, I personally would never be responsible for more than $2,500 in deductible, then my 20% up until my $6,350. Then I would be covered at no additional charge the rest of the year, while it is possible that my family may incur some additional expenses because collectively as a family unit, we have yet to reach that deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. Again, I do want to let you know that this is not how the HSA eligible product works. Each of the base, mid, and high plans, they do have out-of-network benefits, just like the HSA plan, but you'll get more bang for your buck if you stay within the network. Prescription drugs range from $10 for Tier 1. Tier 2 is either going to be a $50 or a $60 copay, depending upon the plan that you elect. And Tier 3 is going to be either an $80 or $100 copay, depending upon the plan that you elect. Cost for these plans. You have 3 plans to choose from: the Local Plus plan, the HSA plan, and the Cigna Open Access Base plan, with 0 cost to you as an employee. The dependent premiums can be found on Employee Navigator, and it will refresh everyone's memory on how they can log in just a couple minutes. Any questions about the medical benefits? Next, want to take a quick second and just inform you of some money saving techniques when it comes to pharmacy. Generic medication can be purchased for $4 for a 30-day supply or $10 for a 90-day supply at both Walmart and Winn-Dixie. Publix Pharmacy offers free routine maintenance medication as well as free antibiotics. And then what I really wanted to spend a moment on is GoodRx. GoodRx is a website that you can type in the name of the medication and it'll tell you the pharmacy in your area that carries the medication. In addition, it will also have a link to any manufacturer coupons that are out there. This can be very beneficial, especially if you enroll in the HSA eligible product and you are responsible for 100% the cost of prescription drugs until you satisfy your deductible. Let's talk a little bit more about the health savings plan. If you enroll in the Cigna Open Access Plus HSA medical plan, then you're going to be eligible to open a health savings account. Health savings account is a banking account that you get to put money away tax-free to use for qualified medical expenses. Qualified medical expenses are going to include medical, dental, and vision. The money in this account is yours. You get to keep it forever. It will grow and accumulate, and you will never lose this money. You leave the company, this money comes with you. With the money in your health savings account, think of it more like a traditional debit card. If you go to swipe your card and you do not have enough on your card will be declined. There are limits to the amount that you can fund. 2020, your limit is $3,550 for an individual, going up to $3,600 for 2021. And then family coverage at $7,100 for an individual, increasing to $7,200 in 2021. The flexible spending account is the only benefit that we're going to talk about today that does not begin on September 1st. We're asking you to make your elections right now for the January date. With your flexible spending account, you again are putting money away tax-free to be used for qualified medical expenses. The money that you choose to elect, unlike the HSA account, is available to you immediately. So if I were to elect $2,000 to put into an HSA, $2,000 to put into my FSA account, and I need to use all $2,000 on January 2nd, I can do so. You can think of the FSA more like a credit card. You swipe it and you can use money that you have yet to fund. You could elect to have both an HSA account and an FSA account. However, if you are enrolled in the HSA, you will not be able to use your flexible spending money for medical expenses. You would only be able to use that money for dental and vision expenses then. There is another component piece to the flexible spending account, and that is a dependent care account. You are able to put $5,000 away, tax-free, to be used towards dependent care, which includes daycare, before and after school, summer camp for any dependents under the age of 13, or children over the age of 13 who cannot adequately take care of themselves. The dependent care portion of the flexible spending account is more like the traditional debit card, though. You cannot use the money until it has been funded. You can't use it until you have taken it from your check and moved it over to that flexible spending account. Any questions so far?
Yes. Is the flexible spending, are you able, do you lose that amount if you don't use it at the end of the year, unlike the HSA?
Correct. So a flexible spending account, it is a use it or lose it. However, there is an additional 2.5 months that you can submit claims for. But yes, generally speaking, it is only available to you in a 12-month period of time. So you have to project the amount of money that you see yourself using within that time frame.
Thank you.
What about if we put away some money because we think that maybe next year COVID's going to go away and it doesn't?
Mm-hmm. So that is an excellent
question. Can't send our kids anywhere?
And I'm going to start with, I do not have a crystal ball. I wish I did. I would be sitting on a beach right now drinking culottes. However, I don't. All I can tell you is that this year, because of the pandemic, there have been exceptions to the traditional flexible spending where they were allowing you to change your election. I don't know if it's going to be the case in 2021. I am hoping, and I'm very optimistic, that coronavirus is going to be gone and we're all going to be back to at least whatever the new normal is going to look like, but I don't know. So it is going to unfortunately have to be a projection right now. So I am sorry, I don't have a better answer than that. Any additional questions?
For the HSA account where it's tax-free, if for some reason you need the money other than medical purposes, or maybe you transfer to an environment that does not offer HSA, would that be taxed at that point?
Okay, so this is a great question. The money that you place into your HSA account is going to go into a banking account to be used for qualified medical expenses. When you leave, that money comes with you and that stays with you. Even if you do not go to a place that has another HSA plan or product for you to enroll in, you are still able to use your money for qualified expenses. So if you have a procedure that is subject to deductible on your new plan, you can use the money for that. If your child needs braces, you can use the money for that, the money that you've already accumulated. You just would not be able to contribute more money to that plan. Also, you can use this money for retirement at no penalty. If you choose to use this money for a big screen TV, a car payment, whatever the case may be, you will be taxed and there will be a penalty.
Okay, and how are you able to use it for retirement? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yep, so you're allowed to take the money out of your account once you are 55 and a half at no, with no penalty.
Okay, that explains it. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Okay, any other questions before we move on? Page number 5 just is going to provide you with a sample of what your Cigna ID card may look like. The ID card is going to have pertinent information for your provider to submit their claims. Page number 6 is talking about the telehealth benefit provided to you by Cigna. Every single individual and their covered dependents that are enrolled in Cigna will have the option to use 2 different telehealth services, Amwell and MD Live. There you have 24/7 access to a live medical doctor from your phone, FaceTime, Skype, whatever the case may be. Great resource that is able to help with sore throat, rash, pink eye. Hey, my child's not feeling well. They have a fever of this. What should I do? Should I go to the emergency room? Should I wait till tomorrow? All of this covered with a live medical doctor. They're able to call in prescriptions to you, and it'll be ready by the time you get to the pharmacy. Next benefit we're going to talk about is your new benefits package. This is a package that contains many component pieces. One piece of the teleadvocacy bundle is going to be a teledoc benefit. This benefit offers you access 24/7 to a doctor at no cost to you. Not only does this benefit cover you, it also covers your dependent children and spouse at no charge. There is also a Compass Navigator piece, which will provide you, if you will, a navigator to help you navigate through the confusing healthcare system. These navigators will be able to help you locate an in-network provider. They can assist you in making appointments with specialists. They can do a little research and see alternative care and alternative treatments for something you may have just recently been diagnosed with. They can help you find a facility to get an MRI. Maybe XYZ place is going to be more cost effective than EFG. So they're able to help you locate the most cost effective place with the best patient reviews. Also, they're able to look at your bill and advise whether or not you do in fact owe the dollar amount that is being asked of you. Another component piece is the pet care. The pet care offers you discounts not only on veterinary services, but doggy daycare, medications for the your furry little friends, as well as toys, treats, maybe pet food, whatever the case may be from any of their participating providers. Another component piece worth mentioning is going to be the alternative medicine. You can save anywhere from 10 to 30% by going to a participating provider. It's going to include all alternative treatments that would not be considered covered under your medical policy, such as acupuncture. Maybe you want to take a more holistic approach and take some natural herbal medicine as opposed to traditional antibiotics. The alternative medicine component piece will be able to help you and will save you some money. Also provided a whole bunch of different discounts, including on prescriptions, hearing aids, diabetic supplies, MRIs, vitamins, a whole slew of things here that you can read. Did want to take just one more second to talk about the last 2 pieces that are just an enhancement to your current new benefit bundle. The first component piece is going to be the counseling service. There are experienced counselors available 24/7 to bounce ideas off of, talk about things too, especially right now, living in this environment that we're living in. Things are very stressful. The unknown, is this going away? Is this going to be here? The stress of working and, homeschooling your children essentially at the same time. So that's a balance right there. Then you also have maybe concerns that your spouse they've lost their job, maybe their hours are reduced. It just weighs on us. And I want to let you know that there is help out there and there are people to talk to. Also, the financial helpline. Maybe you need help building a budget. Maybe you want to save for college. Maybe you want to save for retirement, debt consolidation. There are financial counselors available also to help you build a personalized plan. If you use any of these services, they are completely confidential. We will not know who has called. We will not know what you called about. So I just want to let you know you are not in this alone. There are people out there to help you, just a phone call away. Next page just provides a little more information on the Compass Navigator piece of the teleadvocacy bundle we just spoke about. And then page number 9 goes over downloading the app and instructions on how you can log in. Page number 10 is going to review your 2 dental plan options. These are the same 2 plans that you have available right now through your company. Plan number 1 is going to be the standard plan. It is a PPO plan, allows both in and out of network coverage. You have an individual deductible of $50, not to exceed the family of $150 within the network. Out of the network, it's $100 for an individual, not to exceed $300. You are then provided preventative treatment in the network at no charge to you. Outside of the network, you are responsible for your deductible for preventative services. Basic services on your standard plan are going to include fillings. In the network, you're responsible for 20% after your deductible. Out of the network, you're responsible for 50% after the deductible. Major services which on the standard plan are going to include root canals, periodontal scaling and root planting, such as like the deep cleanings, extractions and crowns. In the network, 50% after deductible. Out of the network, 75% after deductible. You do have the option of also purchasing your PPO enhanced plan with orthodontia. This plan has a deductible again, $25 for an individual, $75 for the family, same both in and out of the network. Preventative services provided to you in the network at no cost. Out of the network, you're responsible for 20%. Your deductible does not kick in on this plan. Basic services on the enhanced plan are going to include not only fillings, but root canals and your deep cleanings, the periodontal scaling and root planting, 20% after deductible and 30% after deductible out of the network. This is a huge difference between the standard plan and the enhanced plan. Where the root canal and the deep cleanings fall, it's going to save you a lot of money on the enhanced plan versus the standard plan. Major services are going to include your extractions and crowns, 50% after deductible on the enhanced plan, 60% after deductible on the out of network on the enhanced plan. Enhanced plan does have orthodontia available for children, 50% after your deductible with a $1,000 lifetime maximum. I do want to point out the calendar year benefit maximum on each of the plans. Your standard plan has $1,000 and your enhanced plan has a $1,500. These are calendar year benefits though. If you guys already exhausted your calendar year benefit, it does not replenish itself until January 1st. So though you can enroll in the plan or change your plan effective September 1st, if you've already used all of your benefit, it's not going to restart until September 1st. Now, because you guys have already been on this plan, it is possible that in the future, your calendar year maximum may exceed what you see here. And that's because Guardian will reward good dental health. So if you have gone to the dentist and received care and treatment, and you have not spent more than $500 on the standard plan or $700 on the buy-up plan, then Guardian is going to reward you by giving you an additional calendar year maximum to use in future years. So it is quite possible, since you guys have been on it already, that the next year you may have an increased calendar year benefit that is on a per person basis and varies depending upon your usage. Any questions about the dental plan? Again, it's the exact same plans you have available to you right now. Regardless of which dental plan you elect, you're provided with a Guardian College tuition benefit free of charge. You are able to sign up and start earning some money to be used towards qualified beneficiaries' college education. Qualified beneficiaries include children, stepchildren, grandchildren, nieces and nephews, godchildren. So essentially, as long as you're able to obtain the child's name, date of birth, and address, you're able to register them as a qualified dependent. Guardian gives you automatically 2,000 points every single year. 2,000 points equates to $2,000. You're then also provided with an additional 500 points for each qualified dependent that you enroll. However, you must enroll in the college tuition program via the separate website, which is right here on the bottom, www.guardian.collegetuitionbenefit.com, within 6 months of your plan's effective date. If you do not register within 6 months, you lose the points for that plan year. However, you will be able to start earning them for future plan years. Next, it's going to review your vision. Currently, you all have the option to enroll in the Davis Vision Plan. We are allowing the option now to enroll in the Davis Vision Plan or the VSP network. The benefits themselves are virtually identical. It is the network that is going to be different. Davis Vision is more a retail chain provider, where VSP allows for more of those private practices. In either of the plans, if you need an eye exam, there is a $10 copay. During that eye exam, it is found that you need glasses, $25 copay for your lenses. That's going to cover the standard plastic single vision, bifocal, trifocal, or lenticular lenses. If you opt for anti-glare, anti-scratch, additional coating, etc., there will be an additional charge. However, you are still provided a discount because you have vision insurance. The frames are given to you with a $130 retail allowance. If the frames that you chose cost more than $130, then you're provided with a 20% balance above that allowance. If you opt for contact lenses instead of glasses, it's a $130 retail allowance and 15% off the balance above that $130. You can get an eye exam every year, new lenses every year, new frames every other year. If this is a year where you cannot obtain frames and you wish to purchase a new pair of frames anyway, you may do so. You still receive a discount, but you do not get the allowance. Any questions about that? Next benefit we're going to talk about is the LifeLock. The LifeLock benefit is a benefit that is monitoring and protecting your identity. There are 2 different plans to choose from. The first is the Essential Plan, where they're going to monitor your Social Security number and credit cards and identify you of any potential threats. It's also going to provide you with information from one credit bureau. You have the ability to purchase the Premier plan, which in addition to monitoring your Social Security number and credit card, is also going to monitor checking accounts and provide you information from all 3 credit bureaus. On Employee Navigator, there is a flyer that will go over more of the differences between the 2 plans. Next benefit is the critical illness benefit with a cancer rider. This is a benefit that pays you directly a lump sum in the event that you are diagnosed with a critical illness, including heart attack, stroke, organ failure, or cancer. You, as an enrolling employee, will get a $10,000 benefit. If you choose to enroll your spouse, they will receive a $5,000 benefit. And then all dependent children get a $2,500 benefit free of charge. So if you enroll in this benefit, please enroll your children as well, as there is no cost to do so. If you waived this benefit when you were initially eligible for the coverage, you do have the option of coming on right now. However, you will need to submit evidence of insurability. The next benefit we're going to be discussing is the accident benefit offered to you again through Guardian. This benefit does provide you with a lump sum if you are injured due to an accident outside of work. The amount of money that you receive is going to depend upon the type of accident you receive and where you seek care and treatment. In addition to payment for injury due to an accident, there is also a wellness benefit on this plan. So if you have your free routine physical under Cigna or any other insurance carrier that you may have, and you submit the wellness claim, you are going to be reimbursed $50. Next 2 benefits that we're going to be discussing are disability insurance. You have the option of purchasing short-term disability, and you can receive 60% of your salary up to $500 in $100 increments. Money is payable for up to 13 weeks and will assist you in covering your expenses while you are unable to work. The long-term disability benefit would kick in after 13 weeks, which is what your short-term disability would cover. Long-term disability pays 60% of your salary up until $7,500 and will pay until Social Security normal retirement age, which will vary depending upon the year of your birth. If you were eligible for these products and you waived either one of them, you do have the option of coming on now. However, you will need to submit evidence of insurability, which can be found on Employee Navigator. The next plan is going to be a hospital indemnity plan. There are 2 different benefit amounts to choose from, and this benefit will pay you directly in the event that you're hospitalized. $1,000 plan has an inpatient benefit of $1,000 and an outpatient benefit of $500. The second option has a $2,000 inpatient benefit and a $1,000 outpatient benefit. Again, this is going to pay you directly if you are hospitalized either in an inpatient setting or an outpatient setting, depending upon the benefit that you choose. Each and every employee working 30 or more hours a week is going to receive a $25,000 life insurance policy at no charge. This policy also has a matching $25,000 accidental death and dismemberment benefit. If you feel that $25,000 worth of life insurance is not sufficient enough for you, you do have the option of purchasing additional life insurance. You can purchase coverage in $10,000 increments not to exceed $250,000 for yourself. If you were eligible for this product previously and you have waived the coverage but wish to come on now, you may do so. You also have the ability to increase the dollar amount of your life insurance up until $250,000. However, you will need to submit evidence of insurability. If you purchase life insurance for yourself, then you can also purchase life insurance for your spouse. You can purchase them in $5,000 increments, not to exceed $250,000. You cannot purchase more life insurance for your spouse than you purchase for yourself. Again, if you previously were eligible and did not enroll your spouse, but now would like to enroll your spouse, you may do so, but you are subject to evidence of insurability. Dependent children also have the ability of purchasing life insurance as long as you have coverage for yourself in $10,000 increments. The last benefit that we're going to talk about is the Employee Assistance Program. The Employee Assistance Program is a benefit provided to all employees. The Employee Assistance Program provides unlimited telephonic and online support. They're able to help you with a variety of different services, including locating a quality daycare in your area. Maybe you're caring for an elderly parent and you are looking for an assisted living facility or an adult daycare so that they're not alone all day. Maybe you have a question on immigration or nutrition and exercise. 24/7 online and telephonic support right over there on a whole variety of topics. Plus, you also have the ability to get 3 free face-to-face. Currently, they may be all electronic virtual visits, but 3 face-to-face sessions with a counselor free of charge. The free sessions are per incident. So if I, being the employee, have a child that's having issues at school, they can get 3 free face-to-face sessions with a counselor. And then my spouse and I were having some marital issues, we can get 3 free face-to-face sessions. This, again, is completely confidential. We will not know who's calling and what you're calling about and what services you use. All we can tell is that somebody is actively taking advantage of the program. Any questions about anything we've talked about so far? Okay. We're going to talk about enrollment. All employees must enroll on employeenavigator.com and either elect or decline your benefits. If you are already eligible for coverage, you are considered a returning user. You've already logged in once and either elected or declined your benefits from this employer, then you are considered a returning user. You would visit employeenavigator.com and register with your username and password. If you forgot what your password is, you're going to click on Reset a Forgotten Password right over here, and it will send a link to your email. For new users, people that are eligible for the very first time, you're going to click Register as a new user. Complete your information with your company identifier here, which is eCapital, case sensitive, and can be found right on the last page of the Benefits at a Glance. Once you enroll in your coverage, you are going to see a screen that looks like this. Hang on one second. That looks like this. Good afternoon, your name right over here. You're going to see a little green button over here that's going to say Start Enrollment. Mine says Finish only because I've gone through to make sure everything was up and working for you. You're going to click the button that says Start Enrollment. You're going to follow all of the prompts, confirm your information is correct. You're going to go screen by screen. Once you get to the medical screen, you can scroll down and you'll see the price for each of the products. You can also click on this compare button. It's going to bring up a side-by-side comparison of the products and their rates. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to see the benefits as well. Right underneath your name, who am I enrolling, it's going to give you a description of who you are enrolling. If you have dependents, their names will be listed underneath here. In order to provide them with coverage, there must be a green check mark next to their name. Again, I need everybody to please make their elections no later than August 19th. The sooner the better, so that we're able to get those ID cards mailed out to you as soon as possible. Very last thing on the Benefits at a Glance is going to be the contact information. Doesn't matter if you know the answer to the question as long as you know where to find it. This contact information is going to be your handy little cheat sheet. It's got all of the providers' names, phone numbers, and website or email addresses. Again, I am here to help you. If you have any questions about your benefits, if you have issues logging onto Employee Navigator, both myself, Colleen Hernandez, and Debbie Rito, we are here for you. So please don't hesitate to reach out. We are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 Eastern time. Does anybody have any questions about anything at all? Okay, if there are no questions.
I want to let everyone know. Yep, I just want to let everyone know that I'm available as well. Ivan Malcolm, you can call me at any time at my cell at 305-586-4192. If you have any questions, call me as well. Colleen, can you go over quickly the deductibles and what happened with those? Are they being accumulated from the current plan, which ends at the end of the month?
Right.
Is that the case?
Yep. So as I mentioned earlier, any deductible and out-of-pocket expenses that you've already accumulated currently under your Anthem coverage will automatically be applied to your Cigna plan. It does take a little bit of time, so it's not going to be instantaneously. On the first, you're not going to just see the deductible credit automatically. It will take some time. So if you as an individual have already satisfied your deductible and out-of-pocket and you do have upcoming procedures, please reach out to me individually so that we can have your individual deductible expedited. Any other questions about Ivan? Was that what you were looking for, or did you just have questions on the deductibles in general?
No, that's great. That's perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. And open access, obviously, all these plans are open access. It means, well, with the exception of the Local Plus, but it means that they don't need a referral, correct?
Right.
So they can go to a specialist and change that specialist at will, correct?
Correct. So none of the plans require a PCP election, and you can instantly go directly to a specialist, no referral required. So you can say, my shoulder's hurting, I don't want to see my primary care, I want to go directly to an orthopedic, you may do so.
Excellent, thank you.
My pleasure. Any other questions that I can answer for you? Okay, guys, again, I'm available. If there's something you're not comfortable asking on the phone, you think of something after we hung up, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Colleen, or Debbie. Thank you for your time. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.